welcome back to Leslie Crafts. Today we're going to be doing some chocolate coins for Christmas, and we're going to be packaging them up and everything else. If you follow me on my Facebook group, on my Facebook page, you would have seen that I've been doing quite a few of these, and they've also been on Instagram. Not my original idea, I saw them on YouTube and I just thought they were really cute, so I'm just going through my scrapbooks and I'm seeing if I've got any like Christmassy paper in here. I know I put some in the other day, so I'm just going to pick up some of the scraps and then we can use that. As you know, I've been wanting to do, quite a few series on scraps and stuff, so that's, what we're going to do. So, the company I work for, well, Sainsbury's where I work for, we no longer have our cake counter, so I was allowed to take these boxes home. I just need to decorate the sides and everything else, so so people don't get confused. So I thought that we could do that first, have them a little bit decorated, and then do the coins. So we can do that. So hopefully it should come out quite nice. And then I'm just going to put some plain card on the bottom because of the company details. So I want that as 6. I'm going to do that at 6 1/8 by 1.5, so I need 2 of them. So you need to remember where I put my trimmer because I had a little bit of a tidy up yesterday. So 6 1/8 by, did I say 1? So you brain like a sieve. Yeah. Even though it goes down in a slant, I'm not overly worried about it, because at the end of the day this box is just going to get destroyed. So that's 2 inches by 2 inches by the same height, I reckon, and I want it at 1.5. The same size as that, Leslie. Do you ever talk to yourself when you're doing these? Yeah. Then I'm just going to get some white card just to cover the bottom, really, just to give it a bit more strength as well. So that's 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 by 5 3/4. 3/4 by 5 3/4. There we go. Just going to put that in there for another one. Back down to there. Okay. So I'm going to have 2 red on the ends, then I'm going to have the Christmas tree pattern for the 2 sides. So first thing is we're going to stick these down. Just put double-sided tape everywhere. So I hope your week's been going okay. Today is Sunday, just finished work, had a bit of time with kids, and then after this I'll be doing some more filming as well as, you know, watching a film with kids or something. And then I've got doing a couple of lives on my group as well, so quite a busy day really, but should be good. So just gonna have, basically I just need to cover up the company logo. A couple of my, a couple of people from the group have, decided to package them up and give them as gifts, and I thought, oh, that'd be quite a good idea. And I thought, well, seeing how I've got these little boxes, see if they work with what I want. So at the end of the day, it's just grab pieces of paper, piece of card, and if the box doesn't work out, I haven't really lost anything. And there we go. So that is my little box, all done and covered. And you could even write a message on the bottom if you really wanted to. Then I'm going to add in some of this shredded paper. Just to give it some of the coins just to sit on. And I think I might do some for like the postie, and I might do it for a couple of my neighbours, a couple of friends as well. So, So what you want to do is get the rest of your scraps, and each bag of coins are different. So the bags I got from work that had different ones in. I got these from the local co-op, and they've got the big ones in, big coins in, followed by some smaller ones and then some tiny ones. So depending on where you shop is depending on what you've got. So I can do 1 inch circles for the smaller ones, and then my 1.5 inch for the others. So you just need to cut out 2 circles per coin. So I'm not too worried if I punch out more, because I've got other, I can use them for use the circles for other projects. So, and I've got a little box now to put my circle overs in. So 1, 2. So that's going to be an over. But at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's how you want it, and okay. There we go. So that's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6, 7. So yeah. So, you know, once you've done these, you know, they are really quick to make, and you can do different sizes and stuff. Just bear with me. My son's killing the candy cane already. So but it's a good way of using the pistache as well. You know, there's no right or wrong for these. And if you punch out too many circles, then, you know, we use circles in embellishments and stuff like that, so we haven't lost anything. You know, so and I just find if there's anything like that, I just go in with my circle punch and then just punch them out, so you're not wasting paper really. I'm just going to do this one as well, even right now I've got enough 1-inch circles. Just going to punch out this one and then we can start. So I saw this on another YouTube channel. They had different things of coins. I'm trying to find them, but I don't have them on. I don't have them in my area. So you just gotta make do with what you've got. It's one of the reasons is you just don't want to go out and keep on spending when you've got all this lovely paper, you know, lying at home. So I'm just going to keep that to one side, so just in case I do need it, I have them to hand. Just going to put all my little circles together. Just like that. So you just want to bring in your coins, and we're just going to do, you know, some, you know, as we go. In fact, I'm going to start with my bigger ones because I think they'll just, I can get them in and then I can put the other ones in. So what I do is I get my tape and I put it down in a line down the centre of the coin. I wouldn't suggest glue because obviously we're dealing with food. Obviously definitely not hot glue. You know, otherwise you'll melt it. You just want to try and make it so it's in the centre of your coin on both sides. So as I was explaining to the girls in my group, if you do one step at a time, you save yourself a lot of time because you're not stopping and starting and everything else. So and I just felt that, you know, if you're doing swaps, you can add these in there. Obviously you can, you can add 1 or 2 in, or you can add, a little pack you've made. So, totally up to you really. I think the idea is use what you've got really. I'm just going to, while I've got the double-sided tape out, I'm just going to do this here. And it's, it's a nice way to hang them up on the tree as well, instead of just having a bag of coins. The kids can take one. You can do like advent. So you can get the kids just to take one a day. If you're giving teacher gifts out, you can do them, give them to a teacher. So that's that one done. And then what I normally do is I normally make sure I've got enough circles to go with each coin. Just so I know, for my peace of mind, that I don't need any more. So because each coin's different, so I'm just going to leave that to one side. Right, so we've got this here, so work out which side you want to be showing, and then while we've got the double-sided tape out, we can just put the tape on these now. So like I say, there's no right or wrong, but it's just, and I normally put one down the side, one down the middle, and another one down the side. So down the side, one out of the tape. Down the middle. So we really don't take a long time to do. And I didn't want to start some and then, and then try and, just thought, I'll do this from start to finish. You can fast forward, you can, but at the moment I've got one up at school for the shielding from school, because somebody in their bubble has got COVID, so, and then the other one has to go to school, which he ain't happy about, but different school, different year group. So yeah, so and obviously I'm at work as well, so fingers crossed we can all carry on as normal. So yeah, so I might do this lot and then start with the next stage. There we go. So you also need oh, itch. Just need either some baker's twine. I'm using embroidery thread because that's what I've got loads of, and I'm trying to use it up. And you need a long bit because what you want to do is you need enough to go around the front and the back, but also need enough to tie off, and so you have enough to hang on your tree as well. So, and then I just tie them up as I do them, and then we'll go back over and take off any overhang from the knot. So you know, this is like, you can do this in front of a telly, you can, you know, cut out your circles and then do your, you know, putting your thing around and then stitching them, putting them together. So, and to be honest with you, I've only ate 2 coins since doing this, so I didn't think that was too bad. Okay, so I would normally do all of that first, but we'll stick some of these on, and then so these will literally just fit on top of this. If you want it so there's a little bit of an overhang, use a slightly bigger punch, either a 2-inch punch or 1 3/4 inch. So that's how they would look. So, you know, from that to and then you just get your Christmas ephemera and you decorate, and you can put them up, you know, put your Christmas ephemera, pop them up with, you know, foam dots or leave them flat, you know, totally up to you how you want to do it. I am running out of these, need to get some more in or find where I put my stash, maybe that might be better. So just make sure when you put your ephemera on it's sort of lined up with your middle. There we go. And that will just fit in your little box. So, you know, I'm just going to carry on and do all of this, so you can either carry on watching me do it, or you know, you can switch off and or just fast forward it to the end. So yeah, so I thought I would do a couple of Christmas projects, but I'm still doing Halloween. I've also got in between Christmas and that, obviously there's stuff for next year to be getting stuff ready with, and so you know, it doesn't take, you know, it's not that long really before all starts again really. But I think one thing I want to try and do next year is get myself a little computer tablet, little drawing program, and see if I can make my own papers and ephemera and things like that. So that's sort of on my wish list, saving up list, with a lot of other things, but that's one of the things I would like to do for next year. Especially with being in the UK, I find that it's really hard to find certain things. Like Halloween we suffer with, we also suffer with Valentine's paper, decent Valentine's paper, and you know, some Easter, we get Easter paper, but I don't know, might not be to my taste, but you know, it's just, I would just like, you know, some different paper and ephemera, and or even if the paper pads that we get came with ephemera, that would be quite nice. You know, big companies do always, you know, paper pads and everything else, but we don't do anything to go with them. We don't do any stamps or any ephemera or anything like that. So, you know, if you want anything to match, you have to make it yourself, and you don't always want to be doing that. You know, sometimes I just want to use the collection, get a piece of ephemera from the collection and use it in my project. But you know, and buying the stuff in from America is quite costly. You know, not only do we have to pay shipping, we've also got to pay, you know, custom charges, and then, you know, sometimes you go pay import tax, and you know, some companies who do American papers, you know, the prices are just really high still, and you're thinking, hold on, the Americans are getting this for like $9 or $9.99, and we've got to pay like 20 quid. I was like, you know, yeah, put a bit on to cover your shipping and stuff, but you're buying in bulk, you know. It's not like you're buying 1 or 2 pads. You're buying 3,000 or 4,000 really. But that's just my little whinge of papers really. But I don't think it'll change. You know, we like complaining, but I don't think we complain to, I think we like moaning on camera or whatever, but when it comes to actually physically complaining, very few people actually do. So yeah, but we'll see what happens. You never know. So, mind you, it is a lovely sunny day out there, so we can't complain too much about the weather. So this is going to be a little bit of a longer video because obviously I'm doing the whole pack with you. So I just thought it would be quite nice, and then it wasn't until I opened the pack I realised how many coins this pack had. So our bags of chocolate coins cost £1. So you know, so even with that, it's not that much, it's not that big of you know, if you want to give them to friends and stuff, you know, it's quite cost, you know, and you're using your scraps up, so they're getting out the way, and you know, use some of your older collections as well, you know. I've used the 2 lots I've done. I've used the Prima collection, which I'm working on for my December daily. So you know, there's that. So there's lots of different ways of, you know, doing it. I just think these are quite nice little gifts, really. Yeah. Who doesn't like chocolate coins on hanging off a tree? I think it's one tradition that it will last and last and last throughout many, you know, years. So, sorry if I keep on going out of frame, don't mean to. Yeah, so I think Christmas is going to be a funny one this year. I know for Christmas, I know us as a family, you know, my dad's not going to be down this year for Christmas. We haven't seen him at all this year. When he went up in, he was down last Christmas, and that's the last time we saw him. So didn't see him since then because of, you know, not being able to travel, and you know, him being very vulnerable and with his health. So it's all a funny old world. So, but you know, we'll get him there. School's semi-normal, as normal as it can be at this time for my kids. Daughter's still at uni, so that's always a plus point. You know, she comes home beginning of December, so I better get her room ready. So after she left it a right mess for me, like. So that's all the big ones done, so we'll just put them to one side and then we'll quickly move on to these. And again, with these I'm just going to put tape on either side. Really, and then just pop them on. So with these slightly bigger ones, you know, like a 1 1/4 inch punch, if there is anything like that around, would do. But you know, just use up what you've got, and you know, it'll be fine. You know, sometimes having a bit of a gold or a bit of a silver showing, you know, doesn't matter to me, and you know, I'm sure whoever gets these will be, you know, ever so thankful, so maybe. Two more to do. It's not long. Bit of a weird noise there. There we go. So we'll put that to one side. Put the spare circles to one side. And we can just move this all to over here. And again, we can just start doing the. So I haven't really picked the trim or the thread to go with the colours of the collection or anything. It's just whichever two I picked up, really. So and then you can just, you know, do different colours, different things. So So I'm not too sure what type of film we'll be watching. I don't know if it's going to be a Christmas one or a cartoon. But you know, we've got Netflix and we've got Disney Plus and things like that. And to be honest with you, $5.95 a month, you know, Disney Plus is not too bad actually. So I'm rewatching Shield. I used to like that when it first came out, and then I don't know, over here, but whichever channel it's on, they tend to, as soon as things get popular, they tend to start moving it around with the time slots, and then you don't know which day it's on, and then all of a sudden you hear that it's been cancelled, and you're thinking, well, why is it being cancelled? And then they say that the viewer figures are down. I'm thinking, well, if you don't mess around with the time slots, then your viewing figures won't be down. But I have just finished Once Upon a Time. Personal feeling is we should have stopped it at season 6, but I can sort of understand why we did season 7, to give Henry a bit more of a part, but I did think it was a bit of a same old, and obviously they, you know, done good old Rumpel became, you know, a hero, and so quite liked that. I would watch it again. I would watch the series again. But I can't wait for Sabrina to come back out, because I do like Sabrina. It's quite dark, but I do quite like it. So the last two, and it's literally just for decorating after it, and then just finishing off the packaging. So yeah, so we'll see how it goes really. I think I got to season 2 with Shield, so I'm rewatching it from season 1 just so I can get a refresher and thinking, oh yeah, I remember what happens with this one, and you know, even though I haven't watched it for years, you know, my memory can remember what's happened with that, but I haven't got a clue what's happened like to myself like a week ago. So just make sure your knots are secure. Then all I'm doing is I'm just trimming up the knots, but I'll do that properly once maybe put all in here. And then you just put these down as your normal ones really. So, like I say, there's no right or wrong, it's just, you know. So with this, I'll show you with this one in a minute. This one could have done with a little bit of a bigger circle, but I'm still okay with it. So just as that one's just having got it rounded, that one's covered, and that one's just literally on top. So, you know, I'm fine with how it looks, so I'm not overly worried about it. So you know, like I say, you can do these for colleagues. You know, give them to you. Give a full box to your favourite colleagues, and then just a few to your not so favourite colleagues, or miss them out completely. But how nice, you know, would this be for, you know, literally for £1, and then, you know, just making these up. You know, it's cost you, literally hasn't cost you any more money apart from your time, but you've got everything. You've got your tape, you've got your paper, you know. All you need to do is spend your time and everything else. But like I say, you know, if you're going to, you know, do a lot of these, you know, something like this for a craft fair as well would be really, really nice. You know, you could, I don't know, £2.50, £3 a set. You know, I know at the end of the day with chocolate coins, but they're nice chocolate coins because you've made time and effort with them. So that is them all done. I'm just going to snip that one off, and then you just need your ephemera, and then, you know, you just pick out, you know, I'm hoping I've got some like smaller stuff, because these are a little bit smaller than what my others were. And isn't it how different things, you know. Chipboard piece from another collection. I did see, there we go. And again, just make sure that when you do these, that string is pointing upwards, so you don't have a, you know, a Rudolph head going on a different slide. I have got other ideas for chocolate coins which are already on the internet and stuff like that, but you know, just want to give, you know, trying to use your scraps up, and especially with doing, if you're doing your December dailies or anything like that, it's, you know, it doesn't matter how much you make, you always end up with scraps. So, you know, I've started putting all my scraps in one box, and, you know, it's getting bigger and bigger. I knew it would do, because obviously, you know, nature, as you say, nature of the beast, really. But they're still quite a bit. you know. Still different things to do. So I want to do some like you know, little series on how to use or how I'm using my scraps, you know. And they can be most of these can be adapted to any holiday and stuff like that. And I know I'm using loads of these foam dots, but I want to make sure that they stick down. So once these go until I can get a new Cricut, I'm sort of stuck with what I've got. So my print and go has got up and gone. So even with the updates and stuff, it's still got up and gone and never to be seen again, I think. So I've been on the phone to America and they tried to give me a discount, and so there's no point because I live in the UK. I don't, you know, we don't get anything like that. I even asked about why we can't get Disney stuff, and it's all down to licensing, and you think, you know, we've got money as well, you know. I would love to work on more Disney projects from the Cricut, this design space and stuff, but the only time I can do that is if somebody's very kindly put their own version out of it. And sometimes you can't quite do it, but other times you can. So yeah, which is a tad annoying, but can't do anything about it. Disney's too big of a company to start fighting with. But you know, I don't know if anybody wants to complain to Cricut about it, but like I say, they're just a pawn in a very small thing. So a lot of these will have the same things on, because obviously the size of my coins. But we can deal with it. So it's not all bad. And once you're scattered around the tree, you know, nobody's really gonna sit there and pick them out. You know, some of these have got bent antlers and stuff like that, and so yeah, I will show you these in a minute. So some of these Rudolphs have got different faces anyway, so it's not too bad. So have you got any wishes for what you would like Santa to bring you? I've got loads, but you know, We'll sort the kids out and then see what I can do later on. Because you never know what happens in the sales, do you really? There's obviously Black Friday, but we don't really do Black Friday over here. It's not our thing really. So some companies are calling it November Madness. Yeah. Yeah, I've even been looking on like a marketplace to see if people are selling their crickets, if they've upgraded to the maker and stuff like that, and you know, I still want a fair price for them, and I'm thinking, well, if I'm going to be paying that out, I might as well pay the extra 30-40 quid and get a new one, you know, so it's not always worth it really. So yeah, I don't expect it to be mega cheap, but you know, when you're asking the same price as what they are in the shop, then you know, you're not going to get any bites, are you? Something, obviously my little ginger can't fit on there. Do I want another range here? So luckily I cut all of that out when I was doing Christmas in July. So I was lucky I did. So I hope you all haven't gone to sleep or, you know, cut off. There we go. So just literally go through all of these now and just cut off any little, you know, overhangs from your tie-in. Very long one for a very short one. And sometimes they do move, so you just have to sort of go with a punch really. So but as long as they're nice and neat, we'll be okay. So I've got a couple of swaps going out for Poochie's Beach Challenge, so I might put some of these in here as well. So it's no right or wrong, whichever, you know, however you want to stack these really. But you know, you could just leave them like that and have the bigger ones in there, but I'll pop the smaller ones in there as well. the bigger ones up, and we can just put these down the side, and I'll show you. Smaller ones mainly got the reindeers on, but that's fine. You know, I've got different expressions on and stuff like that, and yeah. So that's what they look like. So actually, I don't know if I like that. I might just have the bigger ones in here. That still looks a pretty good, you know, thing really. And then I've got these little sweet bags from, I think I got these from somewhere. And then I'm just going to use the two colours I've used for the string. And then again, I'm not too bothered how much I use. You can get these from the local craft store, but have a look in your charity shops, because a lot of people get rid of them, you know. I'm just going to tie it, put it back around underneath and tie it back up, tie it again, so it's like a double knot, minus my hair. And then just do a bow. And just sort your bows out. Your bow lip, whatever you want to call them. There we go. It's all nice, neatly packaged, and I think anybody getting these would be, you know, quite pleased with them, I think. So nice little pre-decorations for you. And with these little ones, you could put them in a bag or do another, you know, I've got a spare box here. You know, you could do the same. See if that would work. Obviously I won't be able to, you know. Obviously with the smaller ones you can add more to it. So, you know, so we do two of them. You know, you've got the same coins, then you can add a lot more of the little ones in. And then you know, people can choose which one they want really. Either a bigger one or a little one. There we go. And you can, you know, you've got two of them out of like, or you've got 3 out of 2 packages, you know. So, well, thank you very much if you've stopped all the way through, and I much appreciate it, and we will see you again very, very soon. Okay, bye now.